What's going on, everybody? But it's okay. Welcome to another episode of the Run and Gun Podcast, Season 10, Episode 11, Mandatory Minicamp, Stanley Cup Finals, and NBA Finals, but that's not the name. Anywho, we're going to have a great show tonight. I'm Ace, and the dude on my left. Wait. We're mixed up here. Hold on. Let me flip this. There we go. I was like, bro, this is too trippy. We're on the wrong side.
Yeah, he's Ace. I'm JP. Hope you folks are doing well this evening. We have a very fun episode of Running On Podcast planned for y'all tonight. We're going to do a little bit of HBCU coaches Mount Rushmore. Who should be on, who should not. We're going to obviously talk about the obvious situation going on right now in Tallahassee. So we'll get into that. As well as a little bit of take it or leave it, and also we'll be talking about mandatory minicamp and a couple other things, and the Steelers having options that they weighed before going with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you'll be amazed. I have scenarios here, and I just want to know who you would pick when we get to it. So it'll be fun.
We're coming up to the NBA and NHL drafts, but first, Game 3 of the Thunder Pacers starts in about. Well, ESPN. We're kind of like ESPN. We don't start when we say we're going to start. We start like 15 minutes later, 10 to 15 minutes later. You know, that's how it goes.
Builds more joy up that way. It gets more people to come here and kind of be like, "Well, where are they at? Where did they go?" And then,
we need a nice countdown video so we can have that running. So then once we get like all the photos and everything ready, we could just go. I'm gonna have the set up.
Yeah.
But anyways, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We're already running behind, so JP's run that intro and let's get going.
Let's do it.
Hey, this is JP.
This is Ace.
This is Dalton.
And you are listening to
the Run and Gun Podcast.
I was thinking about it. I might need to rework that intro for next season. I have some ideas I want to run on it.
Yeah, possibly. We can work on it and discuss it. But with that being said, as well. So, geez, where is it? My gosh, I am just all over the place this evening.
Right, man, it's so confused tonight. Damn, you hate to see it. It's not me for a change. I don't feel too bad.
But with that being said, all right, so let's get into it. So first things first, there has been this ongoing thing that happened earlier today. And Ace, I liked it because it was good, healthy conversation. And I'll tell you, it's not many people you can just have a good, healthy conversation with on social media anymore. So it was good to have a healthy conversation of this. And the topic of discussion today was HBCU coaches, PWI coaches, Mount Rushmore, who belongs on which, and who are the four you would pick from. So everyone pitched in, everyone gave their picks and stuff, as far as PWIs goes and stuff. And I mean, regardless, on that Mount Rushmore is Eddie Robinson, of course. And we'll talk about the PWI one too, and let everybody pitch in on that as well later. And everybody was saying, some good ones. I mean, I obviously said Bear Bryant, Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno. Someone else said John McKay. I was like, I understand why he's not. If he'd have stayed at USC versus coming to Tampa, I think he might be on there, but at the same time too. So as I type this in, the topic is here: HBC coaches Mount Rushmore. So with that being said, let's bring up candidate number one. So obviously, first and foremost, there are three guys that are for sure locks for an HBC Mount Rushmore. You have, who is it? You have Jake Gaither, Eddie Robinson, A.W. Mumford. For sure, those are the three. There's no ifs, ands, or buts discussions about it. Those are your first three. Now, who follows? Let's look at the candidates. So the first one, of course, William Jeffries. Oh, I guess I better get rid of the bottom screen. William Jeffries. So I know I just figured out how to use this actually. Pretty impressive, ain't it? But yeah, Willie Jeffries from 79 to 83 at Wichita State. Back when Wichita had a football team before they dropped football. 84 to 88 at Howard. Not his best years. And then, of course, 73 78 South Carolina State. And then 89 to 01 South Carolina State. Career wins, 180 wins, 132 losses, 6 ties. He has 74 through 78 MEAC titles, 87, 94 won the MEAC title. MEAC Coach of the Year 5 times. He has 3 Black College National titles, 7 postseason appearances. And I say postseason appearances because this was at a time where you had either the Heritage Bowl where you had the FCS playoffs. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to decipher this. Let's put it all in one. So 7 postseason appearances in total. That's candidate number 1. Let's look at candidate number 2. So hopefully I have the right one. All right, here we go. Give it a second. So candidate number 2, Bill Hayes. So Bill Hayes coached at Winston-Salem State, coached at A&T. Career wins, 195 to 104 losses, 2 ties, 3 MEAC titles, 3 CIAA titles at Winston-Salem State, 2 Black College National titles, 6 NCAA playoff appearances between the FCS and Division II. So, and again, it gets better. We have more candidates. So it's kind of like selling a car. It's like, wait, there's more. So going to candidate number 3, John Merritt, who honestly, look, it speaks for itself. Multiple Black College National titles, more than
honestly. I think honestly it should just be him based off the aura of the photo alone. I don't even gotta look at the record being ridiculously, insanely good, but like, bro, just look at the man in the photo and just like he's just oozing it, bro. I'm serious.
I know, because I mean, you look at it, you're like, damn, how badass is that? You're sitting there on the sideline smoking a cigar.
Like honestly, just give it to him just from that alone. Like I'm just being totally.
Yeah. No, I agree. And yeah, so postseason 5-2 in bowls. Again, this is the Heritage Bowl plus a couple of other bowls that they were playing back in, honestly, in the 50s and in the 60s and even into the 70s, of course, before the change, and along with the Heritage Bowl. And then, of course, that 1-2 FCS playoff record. And I mean, if you ever wondered why Tennessee State's so tough, it's this guy right here. It's John Merritt. And then let's go ahead and
I know where I've heard him. I just think
I think Tennessee State has a classic named after him, the John Merritt Classic. But I mean, he also, if I'm not mistaken, coached Ed Too Tall Jones from the Dallas Cowboys. And then candidate number 4. Oh no, wrong one.
didn't load.
Yeah, it didn't load. Let me get it again. Here we go. Oh no, it did. I said to get. All right, there we go. Candidate number 4, Coach Billy Joe. So career wins, 245, 157 losses, 4 ties, 5 MEAC titles, 3-time MEAC Coach of the Year, 5 Black College Net. Oh, geez, God, let me make sure my math's right. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Yeah, 5 Black College National titles at Central State, and then 1 at FAMU. All total, and I'm not saying this is just like every game, but all total, 18 NCAA playoff appearances if you go based on the years. And this is between Division II and the FCS. Started out at Cheney, then went to Central, then at FAMU, mostly known for his time at FAMU, and then did 3 years in Miles before eventually just calling it a career. But he worked with Dick Vermeil in the Philadelphia system for a long time too. So, we got a comment. Yeah, this has been said too.
That's right, actually, where I think I heard him too. Honestly, if we're gonna go through based on thing, I feel like it's between either Merritt or Joe. And if you want to go, like, let me see. I'm trying to read it here. Jeffrey's got a good record, more or less, but his main stuff was coming in the 90s, which is a plus because the 90s were better than, like, as football got better, you got to take it with salt on the eras that they played in. Well, his was in the 60s. That's, I think, his knock. He just had a crazy photo, but that's about it. And then Joe had it 90s too. So it's basically between Joe. Oh, almost clicked it out. His was good, but his was also in like the 70s too. Once he went to the MEAC, then he had a couple in the thing too. So it's kind of between.
So
this one, and this one. There's recency bias. I'm not an old head.
What if I could also persuade you with head to head?
Yeah, sure. Give me head to head, and I'll just make a decision.
Appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. I didn't know you could actually see that type of comment. It says reposted this stream. That's pretty cool.
Huh.
Appreciate that though, man.
But I've reposted this stream before. Did I not? I'm gonna see what happens if I do. Yeah, I'm gonna check it.
But yeah, Ace, while you do that also, I want you to look up the head to head between well, actually, no, in particular, I'm going to point to some particular games. So, my dear Ace, for FAMU, go look up FAMU and South Carolina State 1999, and I'm going to give you some head-to-head numbers. And you're probably going to look at it and you're going to drop your jaw.
But I reposted this stream and I don't show up. That hurts my feelings. I'm just kidding. All right, keep going. I'm messing.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Google it. Google it. FAMU, South Carolina State, 1999. You can do it on your phone. I just don't. You don't have to put it up. I just want you to Google it so that way I can just see your face. And just look at the final score.
Woof. 52-38.
Oh no. That's 98. I said 99.
No, that is unless AI is stupid. That's what it gave me for 95. It says November 4th, 1995, FAMU defeated South Carolina State 52-38.
Now go to 1999.
Okay, 1999. Let's see what we got here.
This face says it all.
That's my answer right there. Give me a second. Why did you make me sit through 10 minutes of this?
So, and then now I want you to do the next year. Go FAMU versus South Carolina State 2000.
All right.
Because we're comparing Billy Joe to Willie Jeffries as far as head-to-head goes. Yeah, they were. I always look at it. I always say it's
54-9. Bro, you just made me sit through 10 minutes of this when you could have just put up head to head on me. The answer would have been
I wanted to build up the dramatic effect before I dropped
Yeah,
it.
but like you had me going on this little trip here. You got me going through It's a Small World, and then you just dropped me off of a cliff of Falcon Fury.
Pretty much, yeah. Makes
It's
sense.
like going
That's
slow,
much
slow,
fun.
slow, slow, slow.
Now, here's one more I got for you. Well, because I can't even compare Billy Joe to John Merritt because different eras and obviously.
I wouldn't compare it. See, the only thing on him is the era. You just can't. It's kind of like comparing Bill Russell. The era is just kind of hard to do it.
Yeah. Now look up FAMU versus North Carolina A&T because I want to compare Coach Joe and I want to look at the head-to-head between
North
Coach Joe.
Carolina A&T.
Yeah, 1998. It was actually homecoming.
1998.
Yeah. your reaction gets me every time. Go ahead and read the score off.
A nice little 50 burger plus one, so 51 to a dozen.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, meow, yeesh. That's what you
So
call
the
good
point is,
old belt to.
yes, and I think Bill Hayes' team got that in like he got that in like the last couple minutes of that game too. I think. Now, make no mistake. Yes, Bill Hayes' 99 MEAC title is by way of beating FAMU, of course, and his Black College title is by way of that as well. But again, FAMU had a deeper run into the FCS playoffs that year. Willie Jeffries, the guy I joke and say,
Who got
is the guy.
76 dropped on him?
Yeah, constant homecoming opponent of FAMU's before Billy Joe showed up.
All right.
But
Let me just make it simpler for you.
okay, make it simple.
No. So, X.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
All you gotta do is show me the 76.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
The head to head is all right. Sometimes like a one off head to head is like okay, yeah, that you can be convinced it's a fluke. But I saw multiple blowouts dropped on their head, and it's kind of like, yeah, this ain't no coincidence.
I'm gonna do one more for you before we move on to the next topic of discussion for the evening. I want you to go.
I think we should clip this whole segment and just post it separate.
Oh, we will. Yeah, we have to. Here's what I want you to do before we move to the next topic of discussion. I want you to Google FAMU versus Bethune-Cookman 1998, and then do the same thing again in 1999.
FAMU versus Bethune.
Yeah.
At 1998, right?
Yes.
1998. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out because, according to Google, this is wait, the Florida Classic, right?
Yes. Just go 1998.
Because I think Google AI is just retarded. No offense to people like that. They're just very special.
Yeah, I would say just look up an old Orlando Sentinel article. If you can.
1998, right? Let's see.
Yep.
FAMU. Woof, 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 woof. Meow. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is why you can't trust what you get from AI because AI is actually stupid. All right, so FAMU beat Bethune 50-14 in 1998 and 63-14 in 99, both belt behinds, right? And AI, I gotta just show you this. This is hilarious. I'm gonna just show it to people to show how stupid AI is on Google, and not to trust what you see.
What did AI give you?
You really gonna have to see this for yourself.
Well, yeah, share the screen. Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, like, bro, what?
That's a lie.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
aware.
trust anything you guys see on AI, bro. AI is tripping, bro. That's why I had to triple check with you, and I'm like, are we sure we're talking about
Yeah.
1990? I'm
Yeah,
like, let me check an actual site. I think Google AI is tripping on me.
So one thing I will say is yes. So as far as like HBC coaches Mount Rushmore, I'm going Eddie Robinson. I'm going A.W. Mumford. I'm going Jake Gaither. And I'm going Billy Joe. But just outside of that, I'm going John C. Merritt. And then after that, I'm going Willie Jeffries. Then I'm going Bill Hayes. Just because of, again, you have to look at, who went pro from those who those coaches coached that went pro. Again, also it's like head to head, multiple factors. In head to head, Billy Joe already it cancels out two of them. And then this right here, this kind of gives more ammunition to say, I don't really know if you should put Merritt up there.
And you gotta add to let's be real, like in the 60s too.
Yeah. All right. So the next topic of discussion for this evening is a topic I know a lot of people don't want to have, but we have to have, unfortunately. So recently, the discussion came out, or not the discussion, it actually came out, and we'll show the video that Allison had as well, too, just because, people may not want to hear it from us, but they would rather hear
So
it.
what happened to her? There's charges brought against her for what?
Yeah, so recent. Did you guys include stats from Richardson from Winston-Salem State and Southern? I didn't. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I did not look up Pete Richardson, but I can do that right now. Actually, I'm telling you now. If this win percentage is not even in the 200s,
I swear to God, my phone is addicted to the ground. What the?
Let's see. Pete Richardson.
It doesn't matter where my phone is at. My phone is gonna hit the ground. Damn. All right. Let's see. Did the NBA do better than us and actually start on time? I'm just curious. Don't mind me, guys.
So Pete Richardson's win percentage 169, 76 and one. Yeah, he 0-3 in the NCAA Division II playoffs, 5 Black College national titles, 5 SWAC titles, 3 CIAA titles. Yeah, he's below Billy Joe. He's below Coach Joe. He's right there, honestly, in my opinion, because even the head-to-head with going against Billy Joe, he wasn't as victorious. So I'm still going Billy Joe in that 4th spot. Pete Richardson, I'm putting him behind Bill Hayes. Not Bill Hayes, jeez. I'm putting him behind Merritt. But he's right there. You could kind of intertwine him with Bill Hayes and Willie Jeffries. But yeah, that 0-3 in the NCAA Division II playoffs, 4-2 in bowls. So obviously, again, the Heritage Bowl. But yeah, that's not working in his favor. Good coach though. All of them are good coaches. But just some were better than others. All right, so this statement came out from Angela Suggs recently. So regardless, the charges recently brought against me in connection with the previous place of employment, I want to make it clear that these matters are entirely unrelated to Florida A&M University or my current role. I'm fully committed to addressing these allegations through the appropriate legal channels. I regret the distraction caused, and I'm deeply grateful for the unwavering support, fervent prayers, and continuing encouragement I received during this most difficult time. I remain focused, resilient, and committed to our shared goals. and determined to fulfill our ongoing plan and collective success. Absolutely, he does. Now,
So what are the allegations?
and I have that for you. I'm gonna let Allison explain it, because to me, I'm still trying to collect myself on this whole thing, man. To be honest with you. All right, so volume up it is. All right, here you go.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julie Montanaro.
And I'm Jacob Murphy. Angela Suggs on the job as FAMU's athletic director for less than a year. Today, booking into the Leon County Jail, facing multiple charges. Our Allison Posey broke the news of her arrest this afternoon. She joins us live in studio now with what we know right now. Allison?
Angela Suggs turned herself in at the Leon County Jail today. She has since bonded out, but she faces 6 counts stemming from a FDLE investigation. 2 of those counts are felonies, including fraud and grand theft. That investigation, Sports Foundation. The investigation revealed that Suggs misused her.
Bro, I think it's breaking up like crazy.
Okay, I did not know what. I paused it. Might be the weather outside. Don't know why. Yeah, we do have a weather storm going on.
A card to make wire transfers, cash withdrawals, and personal purchases at casinos. $4,000. Suggs was hired as athletic director back at FAMU in September, 2 months before that investigation began. In her 9 months as athletic director, she has hired one Rattler head coach, Charlie Ward, to lead the men's basketball team back in April. Now, we reached out to Suggs' attorney, who told us he has no comment at this time. FAMU said it is aware of the allegations and said while the matter is unrelated to her duties as an employee at FAMU, they are monitoring the situation and will respond in the future as appropriate.
All right, Allison, thank you so much for getting to the bottom of that. FAMU has had 5 athletic directors over the last decade. Tiffany Dawn Sykes and Courtney Gaucher both resigned from their roles after about 2 years. Dr. John Eason started as an interim in 2017, was later promoted and ultimately retired in 2019. He followed Milton Overton Jr. in that job, who left to accept a position at Kennesaw.
And there you have it, Ace. Oh, there we go.
I have a feeling we're going to be doing another one of these. Who's FAMU going to hire for their athletic director by the end of the year?
Oh my God, Ace. I'm not putting that up. Now, hey, look. I'll say this. From what I gathered, what was it, 24K? That got taken. I don't know. My thing is, look, cancel this channel if you must, but I mean, Ace made a different feeling. It's okay. What the university plans to do is up to the university. If she still keeps her job, I'm cool with it. If they move on, it is what it is. I would still like to see her continue as the AD. Why do I say that? Because, again, mind you, you have Todd Chrisley, who stole more than $30 million through fraudulent loans. He also conspired to defraud the IRS.
Wait.
You
Who?
Know about that?
Who?
Todd Chrisley? Todd Chrisley.
What was this?
You did not know that.
When was this?
Oh, dude, this was recently, man. Like, it had to be within the last year, I think, right? It had to be. It had to be within the last year. But yeah, dude, he stole more than $30 million. And then owing nearly $500,000 in delinquent taxes. And recently, the president just let him out. So
I don't even know who that was, so don't worry about that. Anyways.
Famous TV person, very flamboyant. He's probably getting spread wide open in prison. more than likely.
All right, moving on. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, and
Also,
she probably does if she pays it back. I don't know how it works with fraud
here's
charges.
another
If
one.
you just pay it back or
Brett
what?
Favre stole $700K.
Yeah, no, I know that one, but he wasn't working anywhere, so I don't know how that would work. He got off, so he probably get off. I don't know if it's like how it would work.
In prison.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody should be and should still be in federal prison.
That's Brett Favre.
Todd Chrisley and his wife, and look at Brett Favre.
She keeps her job. She keeps her job out of my pay range. It depends on what the university wants to do with her. I don't know. I just find that would be hilarious. I would not shock me if we're gonna have this conversation about whose family is gonna be hiring come December, though. I don't know. I can see it either or.
I'm hoping she's still there. I hope.
I hope she is, because she really hasn't had a fair shot yet. But if they want to try to save face, especially with what's her face running the show now, well, then you have different problems.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to taking money and giving it to places where they shouldn't be. College universities can now pay players, so it's basically a professional sport. Congrats to the NCAA now becoming the PCAA. I don't even know what that stands for, but Professional Collegiate Athletic Association.
Oh, so I was like, wait, I was like, what does that mean?
That's how I make it 180 turn.
Oh, all right. Well, I was gonna say because I thought we were going to the NFL, but okay. Also,
well, we're already 30 minutes in. Might as well just keep rolling.
True. We'll roll through this pretty quickly. We'll have another Mount Rushmore discussion too. I would assume.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Teams that advanced to Omaha. Arizona beat UNC, as well too. Arkansas beat Tennessee. UCLA beat UTSA. Murray State beat Duke. That was the upset. It's crazy. Their coach cuts that team's grass for that field.
Hey, the man dedicated.
Yeah, no, literally.
He's probably he's probably like lives, breathes, and sleeps baseball. He probably sleeps at the baseball field.
Yeah, hey, he look, God bless his hard work, and Murray State
beating Duke not an easy thing. So shout out, man.
Louisville beats Miami. Oregon State beat Florida State. I think Florida State had never lost a game when up by more than 2 runs, and they were like 49-0. They were up like 4-1 and lost that game.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know. Texas women won the Natty softball, so shout out them too.
Yeah.
And I was watching that one. That was a good one.
LSU beat West Virginia.
Matter
of fact, let me go ahead and find that.
What a round of applause for everybody who wins. But yeah, you didn't see it though, right? With the Yeah, I know nothing about college baseball. I don't pay attention to it, so I have no idea who's gonna win.
I feel like that's messed up. They put LSU and Arkansas against each other right out the gate.
All right, I'm gonna just take Coastal for the meme. They're gonna 100% lose to Arizona, but I'm still taking Coastal Carolina for the meme.
Wouldn't even shock me if it was Coastal and LSU at the end.
No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take Murray State. I got faith in the coach.
Wow, I'm going LSU to win this whole thing.
I have no idea who's gonna win this whole thing. I'm talking out my butt.
I'm rolling with LSU. That's my.
Somebody of these 8 teams will win. Which one? The world may never know.
Oh my God.
I'm just trolling.
Jeez.
I'm trolling. All right. Anyways,
LSU.
Yeah, I'm gonna take LSU. Realistic pick LSU. Troll pick. I'll take Murray State though.
Think so? Not Coastal anymore?
Nah. I forgot Murray State with the coach cutting the grass. That'll be some movie type crap, bro. Let's be real.
All right, so
if Murray State wins it, don't make a movie about that. The coach who cuts the grass.
Stop it! Don't make a movie about that. All right, so who's on the PWI coaches Mount Rushmore? Personally,
let's speed run this one.
Honestly, regardless of PWI or HBCU, Eddie Robinson he's still on it. The second one is I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh, what's his name? I'm trying to go in order of like accomplishments. But I mean, yeah, Bobby Bowden's definitely up there. Joe Paterno's definitely up there. And geez, who's the last one I was thinking of? Oh, Bear Bryant, yeah. Eddie Robinson, Bear Bryant, Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno. End of discussion. Like, and I say that again for those that are watching this, even though it says PWI, regardless, PWI, HBCU, the overall landscape, it is Eddie Robinson's there. 100%.
Yeah, that's true. I will also say too, but you can throw Saban in there? I don't know.
You know what? He has a legitimate discussion. He does.
He's won what, 6?
He's won 7. He's won 7.
7. Yeah, I was like, no, I think I'm missing one. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, it's 7.
He's won. Yeah, he won 7 of
There's
them.
nobody in the post 2010s. No college coach since 2010 would be in the Mount Rushmore besides Saban. I don't think. Like, even 2000s. You Urban Meyer, no, is only really Saban.
Oh yeah, I don't even know why people even have the wherewithal.
People keep hyping up Urban Meyer. Nah. We're not doing
Someone threw Pete Carroll on it. Like, no.
Not Mount Rushmore. Not Mount Rushmore. Like, maybe like top 15, yeah, but not top 5. Mount Rushmore, like top 4, top 5.
Exactly. Like, again, John McKay, because someone said it earlier today.
Oh.
John McKay should be on the Mount Rushmore. If John McKay had not taken the job to go to the Bucks, and if he'd stayed at USC and probably won a couple more titles, I think John McKay would be up there. I think he would. Now, who would he replace and take off of there? I don't know. But he left. So we're stuck with who we got. Saban, I think, yes, Saban has the accolades. But again, head to head, Saban does have 2 wins over Joe Paterno. No wins over Bowden because Bowden beat him, but the win is vacated. Bear Bryant was dead and gone by the time Saban even became a head coach. And then Eddie Robinson, again, also dead and gone by the time. Oh, no, he wasn't. Eddie Robinson and Saban never even crossed paths. I think Saban was a young head coach at Michigan State when Eddie Robinson was in his last days at Grambling. So I don't know. Yeah, Saban's on the outside looking in. He's right down the outside.
Yeah, he's like number 6, 5, 6-ish. I don't know. The 4th spot's like.
Oh yeah, I would say 5. Yeah, 5, 6 is just good. The thing is, who is like the other one that would be right there with him, other than John McKay, or would it be DK Royal or Barry Switzer?
All right. Yeah. Keep moving to. I want to talk about that. You saw the thing though with the colleges paying the professional. Now they pay directly to the athletes.
The one that I did see I saw the one where it was like based on how much time you play NCAA 26 or college football 26 is how much money the school gets. I saw something like that. I didn't, and then I also saw something.
No. I think they get paid it's like in a new court case that just happened.
I also saw something about like athletes from like I think it was like 2008 to 2016, I believe it was, or no 20. Oh no! It was like 2016.
Yeah, colleges can now directly pay student athletes. Let's see. NCAA House settlement approved. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. I don't trust AI's version. ESPN. After a landmark settlement, here's what's next with NCAA athlete pay. Schools will begin directly paying their athletes in less than a month thanks to a legal settlement that was officially approved in federal court Friday. Groundbreaking changes. So the battle now. Let's get a share in the spoils in this. Blah blah. Yap. More yap. All right. Starting July 1st, each school will be allowed, but not required, to spend roughly $20.5 million in new payments to their athletes. Come from a negotiated formula that capped athletes' payments to 22% of the average annual revenue that FBS level schools get from ticket sales, broadcasting rights, and a few other items. Cap will grow on a regular basis during the 10-year lifespan of the settlement of the school's revenue. Expands scheduled incremental increases. Yep. More yep. Expected to grow up to $30 million per year. So it doesn't go direct. I think it's like it doesn't go like more to certain players than others. I think they just pay all players, I guess.
Hey, get the money, young soldiers. Get that money. That's all I can say.
How many old heads looking at this and they're just rolling their eyes right now?
Oh, dude, hardcore. Like I said, it was a thing that came out recently. It was like guys from like 2016 up to like 2024 are gonna get paid for playing college football and stuff. And everybody was like, well, what about the guys whose last season was like 2015? But it's like, let's be real. Like, you knew there was like a cutoff like coming. Like, you can't just let it just ride, you know? So it's like, yeah, some guys are going to be hurt by it and upset by it. But it's like,
they can't pay every single person ever.
They can't. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. For the ones that are getting paid, you know, kudos to you.
Just don't blow the money.
Yeah. Oh God, no! Please. But you know, some will.
Well, some will be broke, or they'll just blow it on the worst stuff, and then you'll have more people like the University of Georgia type athletes. You never know.
All right. So the other thing. Go ahead.
No, nothing else.
Oh, well, I was gonna say also, ESPN recently came out with like an early top 25 within their. Let's see if we can find it. I think this is it right here.
We got 58 watching right now. Shout out y'all.
61. Yeah, shout out.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
just went up by 3.
ESPN.
All right. Do we agree with ESPN? Hell no.
Go ahead, rip it apart.
Number 1, Ohio State, Penn State. Get them out. No. Oregon. I would keep Oregon above. Ohio State is defending champs. I get it. But no, I don't trust that quarterback. No. Miami? Hell no.
Yeah, Miami's the head scratcher with Carson back.
All right, I'm gonna be real. I'd move up South Carolina, move down Miami, swap South Carolina, Miami, swap Oregon and Ohio State, swap Georgia and Texas.
What's Auburn at 14?
Swap Michigan and Auburn.
Michigan should be higher, to be honest with you. Like Michigan should
I'm gonna keep Michigan at 14 for right now. I think Michigan's gonna finish top 10 though.
I think Michigan. Yeah, I mean, to be real with you, man,
I think Michigan's in the playoffs.
I think so too, but I think Michigan should be like because again, this was recent. Like,
no, to be fair, Michigan's gonna have a true freshman quarterback starting, so I get why they have them a little lower because they don't know what's gonna happen. I still think Michigan's got a good team there, so I would keep them. We're definitely swapping South Carolina, Miami. Swap Georgia and Texas. Keep Alabama where they is. Swap Ohio State and Oregon. Penn State, you can swap them with. You know what? Swap Penn State with Clemson, honestly. Bold take, hot take there. Swap Clemson with Ohio State. LSU with Notre Dame. Put Notre Dame actually at 8. Texas A&M at 12. South Carolina at 9. Michigan at 10. Ole Miss at 11. And
just like
I think we're gonna see a Group 5 team, or what is it? Not Group 5 now. What is it called? Group is like, whatever they're now.
Yeah, I think it's like Group of 5 still, or either that or it's like Group of.
It's still Group 5, or some Group 5 team at 12.
It's not Power 5 anymore. It's like Power 4 now.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna be.
I'm still trying to think. Like the amount of love that USC and Florida are getting, man.
I don't trust it. You saw the Anthony Richardson shoulder injury happen for the Colts, and DJ Lagway is coming off a shoulder injury. I don't want to make comparisons there, but I just thought that was hilarious.
Dicey. My thing was, you say
Arizona State too. Sheesh. Oh yeah, swap Arizona State up to put Arizona State at 12. Forgot about them.
Real? Wow.
They were good last year. Coming back with Sam Levitt. I know they're losing Scatabo, but they still got a pretty decent team.
Yeah, my thing was you said Penn State and Clemson flipped them. You think Clemson is top 5? Well, okay, Clemson.
I think Clemson got some dogs at wide receiver now. Clemson upgraded back on offense. I think Clemson probably winning the ACC again.
Wouldn't shock me. The ACC is wide open. Like, I feel like right now it is.
I can see Clemson. They're gonna maybe not top 5, but definitely I think only probably 3 losses max on that schedule. I think it's gonna be 2 losses, and they're still gonna win the ACC.
True. Well, we know they're gonna win week 1 because old Brian Kelly he's not worth it. He's not worth it. You know what? When it comes to openers.
Yep. So I got Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Oregon, Clemson, LSU. I forgot the rest of it, but it's all good.
My thing is there's just 2 things here. With Auburn and Nebraska, get them out. That's like
what are they seeing with Auburn and Rayola's just got the Mahomes knockoff? He's just Timo Mahomes. I don't see it. I don't even know what Auburn got going on right now.
No one does. All I know is they just put a new video board up and they just made some renovations to Jordan Hare. That is it. There's nothing else that you can really say about Auburn that's got you thinking oh my gosh, Auburn might do something this year. I don't know. But the usual suspects there: LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee. My thing is, what's Tennessee going to look like now that Nico left?
Didn't they take UCLA's quarterback and he went to UCLA? That was kind of basically what happened. Yeah, I really don't care about either school at this point with that. But yeah, let's just take it over to the NFL. Quick.
Let's do it. Okay, so where's that? Let's find it. Here we go. So, my dear Ace, what if I told you the Steelers, yes, they recently signed a 1-year deal for Rodgers, but what if I told you they had options out there other than Rodgers before they took him? So, based off of what I'm about to show you, let me know who you would have gone with. So, quarterback A, recent Super Bowl champion and consistent the last few years. That's all I'm going to give you. Quarterback B, young QB who looks to be the future of any franchise with the proper development. And then QBC, hint, hint, age journeyman that wants things his way and his way only. So, if I had to line that up for you,
Stafford?
You got it.
So this is basically if we're going back to January.
Mm-hmm.
February, January. All right. Okay, B's Fields and C's Rodgers. So
you got it. My thing is, what gave away A?
Recent quarterback Super Bowl champion. I definitely know it's not Hurts, it's not Mahomes, so that only means it's Stafford.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like some people would have thought.
I was thinking Kenny Pickett for the meme because technically Kenny Pickett won a Super Bowl recently.
Oh yeah, on the bench. Yeah. But, hey, that would have been
snaps in the Super Bowl.
The only thing was consistent the last year. Well, consistently said.
Hey, Kenny Pickett's taking more Super Bowl snaps than Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson combined.
Bro, chill. Go. Chill. But yes, so recently it came out that Aaron Rodgers, his first option was not Pittsburgh. He wanted to go. Well, really, he wanted. Well, yeah. They thought he was going to go to, Minnesota. That's where he wanted to go primarily.
He really tried doing the Favre. He really tried doing that Favre thing, but nah.
And then the Jets told him, no, you're not welcomed here. We don't want you. So then, finally he's like, you know what? Hey, Pittsburgh, let's do this. He also recently got married. And then Matthew
Who
Stafford,
the world may
of course,
never know.
Yeah.
I feel bad for what we're now. I can't be doing that. I'm not say that. Nah.
So it's funny to me that the Steelers got their third choice, Aaron Rodgers got his third choice. It's funny how things come full circle like that. It really is. And then, of course, Matthew Stafford, again, landing back with the Rams, using leverage in negotiation with the Steelers. What if he'd have gone to Pittsburgh? Man.
That would have been interesting. But also, I think Stafford's going to retire after this year.
Wouldn't shock me. Let's see.
He's got a lot of injuries on his body, too. That team ain't winning dead, diddly, nonsensely squat.
And what you mean, man? This is going to be a top 5 offense.
Yeah, anyways, I think I've said it before and I'm going to continue saying it. Cleveland is going to finish better than Pittsburgh.
Did you hear what Myles Garrett said about Aaron Rodgers coming into this division?
He's going to have a feast?
No, he said, well, I'm going to escort him to the graveyard.
Anyways, I don't even think he's going to get that opportunity. I think Keenan Williams is going to send him to the graveyard first. Week 1.
Hey, honestly,
I just pray to God Justin Fields beats the living crap out of Pittsburgh week 1.
And it's funny to me now because it's like the Steelers having gone through option A, B, and C. To look back on it now and realize the Steelers wanted Justin Fields, but Fields.
They didn't want Justin Fields. Mike Tomlin wanted Aaron Rodgers before. I think Fields was plan C. Rodgers was plan B. Yeah, because Fields knew he wasn't fully committed to him after that Russell Wilson nonsense.
Yeah, because he should have started from the get-go. Truthfully,
he should have started the whole season.
And then the guy in our background, Pickens, right there, funny enough, got up out of Pittsburgh.
Actually, this is hilarious. Pickens on the left.
And now he's in Dallas.
That could have been. You know what? If Pickens wasn't still on Pittsburgh, I would have said that's a good offense. He's not there anymore, so that Pittsburgh weapons not. That's actually hilarious. That Pickens is right there, positioned perfectly, so Pickens is included, but he's not there.
Yeah, I need to see something. Does Dallas play? Do the Cowboys play?
Nah, they played last year. They won't play this year.
Oh darn, man! I wanted to.
It's like 3 years or 4 years or whatever.
Man, that's funny. That's fun, man. All I know is, hey, it's gonna be funny if the Jets win week 1.
I need the Jets to blow them out so bad.
Are you gonna go on the Hard Rock Bet app and put 10 down on the no? I think right now Pittsburgh's a 1.5 favorite. I think that's what it is right now. It might move.
If the odd was higher for Pittsburgh and Jets were bigger underdogs, I would have said yeah.
I just want to
see week 1 is that big fluke week, like stuff that happens week 1. It's so fluky.
It is. It is. Let's see, but yeah, you also got T.J. Watt holding out from mandatory minicamp.
Trey Hendrickson holding out.
And Shamar Stewart, he hasn't even signed his participation waiver to even go practice.
Bengals cut they cut Jermaine Bratt.
And then the Packers cut Jair Alexander.
They're playing what's his name? That wide receiver. Bub something. Oh God.
Wait,
Bo
who's
Melton, not Bob. Bo Melton. They have Bo Melton playing cornerback right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're talking about. So they have a wide receiver. Oh, he's a wide receiver and a corner. Okay.
No, he's a wide receiver that they're trying to make a corner because they have no corners. Because Eric Stokes left and Jair left. So they have no corners.
Is it
And
too
they're
late
trying
to
to go
say?
get washed Jalen Ramsey.
Not gonna lie. They might be Pittsburgh. I mean, not Pittsburgh. Green Bay. They might beat Green Bay. Not gonna lie.
Nah, Green Bay still got a good offense. Matthew Golden will be good with Jordan Love.
Oh, that's fun. Well, all right. So with that, I guess we can go to hot topics now.
How's the finals looking? Please don't be a blowout.
Is it? Let's see.
Worst NBA finals of all time. Game 1 was cool. Now it's just terrible.
I'm still holding out faith that this might go 6. Just need the Pacers.
Nah.
It's 32-24 at the end of the first. You never know.
That's true. Like I said, if Indiana can keep it under 20, they didn't keep it under 20 going into the fourth and game 2, and they lost. All we need them to do is keep it under 20 going into the fourth, and they're good.
Okay. Correct.
Let the Devil Magic take over in the fourth. I don't know how they do it. They just need it. I mean, they sacrificed Jim Mercer to get here, so it's okay.
My God. So also recently, the Knicks had a name come up as far as
Knicks are pathetic right now, bro. They tried hiring Chris Finch from the Timberwolves. They tried interviewing Billy Donovan. They tried interviewing Quinn Snyder, and they tried interviewing Jason Kidd, and they got rejected on all 4 of them.
Well, I guess I could take this one away then. Because my thing was, I was like, what are you doing? Like, hey, you should
They're trying to hire like already hired NBA coaches, and the teams are rejecting. Like, nobody's gonna let your head coach go to another team like that.
It's stupid.
I don't know what the Knicks are doing.
My thing was, you had a good scenario, you had a good setup. This man is taking you further than you've been.
Nah, I wouldn't have kept Tibbs. I don't have any issue firing Tibbs. It was hire somebody good and not like already employed. Like hire an assistant or a former head coach or something.
Jay Wright's still out there. Michael Malone's still out there. My thing is, have they even attempted to even try to speak to either one of them? And that's why I'm like, this Knicks team is going to take a step back. I think what you saw this year is probably the highlight, like the best version. I think it slowly will start to decline. Unfortunate to say. Crazy. All right, but yeah, Florida Panthers too, dominant last night, or not last night. I think it was 2 nights ago. Again. They play tomorrow night, but dominant Monday night against the Oilers, 6-1 win. Florida's up 2-1. Game 4 is in Sunrise tomorrow night.
You know the suckiest part? Panthers about to go back to back and have 0 fan base.
Yeah.
They literally have 0 fans. It doesn't even matter. They're winning and nobody goes to their games.
Yeah.
It was so quiet in game 3.
I mean, I saw a lot of rats on the ice at the end.
Yeah, it's probably the same, like, 10 people.
Yeah, that's true. Probably was. I mean, hey, Florida's a hockey state. That's all I can say. Florida is a hockey state.
It's a hockey state, but the Panthers are just not good to root for.
Unless you're from South Florida. But... All right, so let me tell you.
Anyway, I just hope the Lightning just do some smart moves come draft week. Let me double check. When's the NHL draft? I know the NBA draft is like, let me see. The NBA draft is, I think, 2 Wednesdays from now, the 25th.
Oh wow! Wait, Wallman got fined $10K for Game 3 incidents. Is that the one where he was squirting water on people? He was fined a
Yeah, so
total
the
of
NBA
2,000.
draft's in 2 weeks.
Oh,
And the NHL draft is what day?
wow! He did get fined.
June 27th.
That's
So it's pretty
crazy.
much the last week of June is both the NBA and NHL drafts.
Did you hear? Did you know that Jake Wallman got fined for that, for what he did with squirting the
For
water and
what?
taking the glove? So Oilers defenseman Jake Wallman fined
No, what do you do?
$10,000. So he was fined $5,000 for an incident involving the Florida bench during the second period, where he had his glove stolen by AJ Greer, who disposed of the glove into the benches. He responded by taking his water bottle and spraying a
So
stream.
he gets fined for that? Wow, that's hilarious. Yep, I'm not surprised. The league loves the Panthers. They have the GM is his son, one of the top people in the league office. Not surprising.
And then you had Florida's. Oh no, he was also fined another $5,000 for roughing Florida's Matthew
Tkachuk.
Yeah, in the third period, he delivered a series of glove punches to Tkachuk's head while the Panthers wingers' arms are being held by Edmonton defenseman John Klingberg. So $10,000 total in fines.
Yeah, the NHL is so not even hiding it. It's kind of annoying.
Crazy times we live in, man. All right, it's time for some take it or leave it. So let's start with the first take it or leave it, because this was actually another topic of discussion. Georgia has been the most dominant team in the college football playoff era.
When we say that, that's what, 2014?
2014 to now. So, and here's the numbers. Georgia, here's the numbers. Georgia's 61-7 against, dominant opponent. Well, overall, 61-7.
I'm pretty sure Ohio State has more losses to Michigan than they do losses to any other team since 2014.
Wait. Michigan 50-12, Alabama 58-10, Ohio State 54-9.
Yeah, I feel like Ohio State has more losses to Michigan than they do to anybody else.
I think, yeah, they do. I would say so.
Because Fields been in the NFL 4 years, and he was the last quarterback to beat Michigan. Stroud lost twice,
which is incredible.
Who was who was after Stroud? It was just Will Howard.
After Stroud, oh my God, who was the quarterback after
I
Stroud?
think it's just Howard. No, it's Kyle McCord. So yeah, 4 straight losses to Michigan.
So
they lost 9 games, and I'm sure they lost sometime before Fields.
They lost to Georgia at the stroke of midnight game. They lost
to Alabama on the Devontae Smith game.
And they lost to Oregon. And then they
on that Will Howard slide.
No. They lost to Oregon in the first one.
Oh yeah, Mariota.
And then they got beat up by Clemson, I think twice. Yeah, they got beat up by Clemson twice, but then they came back and they beat Clemson another year. They beat Clemson in 2020 to get to go play Alabama down in Miami, and they got throttled by Miami. I mean, not Miami. Yeah, they got throttled by Alabama. So yeah, those are the 9. Yeah.
Let's see, 4 straight losses. Yeah. So basically, Ohio State had won every game against Michigan from 2012 to Justin Fields last year. So they won every game for a decade, pretty much. And then Justin Fields left.
And then if you factor in, what was Georgia's 7 losses? Well, let's see. Georgia's 7 losses were
at Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
LSU probably.
Yeah, LSU in 2019. It was LSU 2019. And then you had Alabama. Well, twice Alabama.
Alabama 3 times, actually, I think.
So it was.
The Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, the Tua pass, the Jalen Hurts won in the SEC championship, and then you had LSU beating
Jalen
them.
Milroe beat him twice, I think.
Yeah, Milroe beat them. Yeah, he did twice. It was the one in the regular season last year, and then the SEC championship, which was Saban's last. And then you had their loss to Notre Dame. You had their loss to Notre Dame.
This year.
And then, geez, what was the seventh one?
Texas? No, they didn't lose to Texas.
They did. I think it was Texas they lost to. Well, because I remember Sam Ellinger was saying like Texas was back, and it was the Sugar Bowl. So I think that's the seventh one. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I don't know.
I'm taking it because I mean it's been against some heavy
college
hitters.
football playoff era. So 24. I'm gonna still say it's probably Alabama.
At 58, that's the safe pick. That is the safe pick.
But Georgia, I'll say this: Georgia's the most dominant team in the last 5 years. I wouldn't say the entire era.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. And the last 5 years is fair. Now,
Yeah, because pre-COVID they weren't the same Georgia that they are now. Like the Sonny Michel, Nick Chubb Georgia is not the same Georgia as this Georgia.
I think that was the Georgia that was still trying to figure out how to win big games because Sonny Michel. Because I really thought for a second,
I thought Michel's gonna be good, and then
and it's just like the way that they played Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl. I thought for a fact I was like, this team might win the whole thing because they went through the ringer to get this. They adapted to a Big 12 style of play. They've scored. They were a high scoring affair. Yeah, they were in a high scoring affair with a Big 12 team that was explosive, beat them at their game, and got to a championship, but still lost. I thought that team deserved the title. But it's good to know that they eventually got two of them. All right, here's the next one. Take it or leave it. Steelers offense will be top 10 in the league next year.
you'd be lucky if they're top 20. Shit.
Yeah, I'm leaving
Indiana's back 36-35, throwing it down one. TJ McConnell.
See what I tell you? What I tell you?
TJ McConnell has 0 points, but Pascal's he's on 4 assists in 4 minutes.
What did I tell you? Well, really, what did we tell them that we have recorded up on YouTube right now?
I literally said keep it within 20. I got Indiana. If it's in 20 going into the 4, though, keep it Indiana. Just keep it in 20. Don't get blown out, please.
But yeah, I'm leaving this one.
Oh, I am. I'm not gonna even leave it. I'm not gonna even entertain it. I would just walk straight past it.
Where's the other one? Here goes another one. Take or leave it. The Knicks will regress next
season. You already asked this, didn't you?
No.
You sure?
Wait.
What'd you ask me last week? I feel like you asked me this last week.
Oh no, we have to go back and look at it. All right, fine. Well, here's another one. Here's one I got for you. Nick Saban is one of the 4 coaches that should be on college football Mount Rushmore.
So, me personally, I'm going to take it because I can't name a 4th guy better than him that I've seen, and I've seen only Nick Saban probably out of that whole list. So, I would take it personally, but probably historically for the old heads, they probably will leave it. I don't know.
I mean, I leave it only because, again, my 4, Eddie Robinson, Joe Paterno, Bear Bryant, Bobby Bowden. I mean, head-to-head, Nick Saban didn't beat Bobby Bowden. He didn't. Now,
no, I wouldn't take him over Bobby Bowden or Eddie Robinson, but I feel like number 4, he probably would. Yeah, I never saw any of the other ones. I can't tell you that.
Not taking him over Bear Bryant. I mean, because Bear Bryant, he different era, but I mean at the same time too, it was dominant. And then with time, he adapted and was still dominant. The only one you could really sub him in for would be Joe Paterno, but I mean Joe Paterno's still legendary in his own right. Nick Saban beat him head to head though twice. That's the only one, but I'd still leave Nick Saban on the outside. So I'm gonna leave this one, but Nick Saban has a legitimate argument. He's like the fifth guy. He's that one right off the bench, I think. So I gotta leave this one. Here's another one. Let's see. Where's it at?
I got an extra.
Oh. The SEC will not win the national championship. Oh my goodness, that's horrible spelling. Hopefully nobody caught that. The SEC will not win the national championship for the third straight year.
Third straight year?
Yeah, I think Michigan in 23, Ohio State last year.
Third straight, like, okay. You know what? My brain's slow. I thought, like, for some reason, my brain thought, like, they lost to 3 years before. And I'm like, no, it was only 2 years. Then I'm like, wait, no, that'll be 4 years. Ignore me. I think an SEC team will be in the final. I just don't think they'll win it. Maybe. I still got Oregon winning it this year.
All right, people always pick Oregon and always end up being upset.
My hot take will be Oregon LSU final. Or actually, Oregon South Carolina might be more fun.
See, now,
or Clemson.
Let me go ahead. You know, I'm gonna leave this up, but you know what? I'm gonna transition to this right here because that's interesting. Because we spent earlier half of this episode basically making fun of Brian Kelly, saying that he couldn't win week 1 openers, but now you got him in the national championship.
I forgot Brian Kelly exists.
I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe he figures it out. My thing is,
he ain't figuring that out. I forgot. I really forgot to think. You know what? Give me Oregon Clemson for fun. Oregon Clemson for fun.
If that happens, Clemson's winning it. I'm telling you now, Clemson's winning it. I don't trust Oregon. I don't trust Oregon to win a national championship. If they run into some Big Ten counterpart in the Rose Bowl again, they will probably get dominated and run off the field.
Maybe Jeremiah Smith ran them off the field.
A dominance.
Hopefully they learned how to toughen up.
Then I don't think which I'm surprised they haven't, because Dan Lanning's an SEC style coach that I figured would have had them physically ready, but they obviously will not. I'm surprised by that.
All right. Anyways, Clemson and South Carolina could be a fun one. Battle of Carolina. But that'd be a playoff game. I'd have that for a playoff game. That'd be fun.
It would be a playoff game. Also, shout out to Kenya Sloan, named Delaware State's first head women's wrestling coach. Shout out to her. But yeah, that's going to do it for us, folks, on tonight's episode. Hour 13 minutes. That first half was.
Still got to cut it down a little bit more.
We will, and we'll clip that first half for sure for everybody watching at home and repost it somewhere. For everybody's viewing pleasure. But in the meantime, appreciate everybody viewing this episode tonight.
Shout out y'all, 68 of y'all.
Yeah, I think we did good.
6 on YouTube. I don't know who it is on YouTube, but shout out y'all. Y'all are some real ones.
And the one on Twitch, reliable every time.
It's probably a bot. Hopefully not. I really hope it's not a bot.
I hope not too. But yeah, folks, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all viewing. By all means, please, come back next week. But we will try to cut down on this time and everything. So,
or we might just do some shocking things. You never know what comes up. Might have a guest or two. You never know.
True. I think we could have this week. I was just taken back by so much breaking news that happened this week. I was like, oh my god.
Too much stuff happened this week. We got it. For June, it was pretty busy. June's supposed to be just hockey and basketball. That's it. We don't need this extra drama.
We don't. We really don't.
It's supposed to be the summertime, y'all just go do your summer workouts, go do summer vacation stuff. I don't know. Go sit on a beach and drink a tequila, some tequila. I don't.
Don't be outside like that. That's basically what it is. Don't be outside like that. Be outside, but don't be outside like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
Anyways, be your friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you next week on the Running Gun podcast. Good night.
There's something wrong with you. Good night, people.